Got a little situation that happened overnight. I apologize. I don't feel very well. I've got like a fever, and I think I might have like the flu or something like that. But I wanted to cover this before I go home for the day because I'm going to leave early. North side of Chicago, there's a migrant shelter. Residents were charged with jumping on cars and hitting drivers with rocks and a crutch. This fella here is smiling in his mugshot. He thinks it's funny. He thinks it's funny. And the dude looks like one of these people that would come here to fight, to create chaos. You know how you can tell by looking at certain people they're a specific way, or how they hold their face, their eyes, they look mean and stuff all the time, whatever it may be. You got this guy here smiling. So what he did was they took him to jail because he took a big rock and Northside migrant shelter residents charged with jumping on cars, hitting a driver with rocks and a crutch. Chicago. Let's check in and see how things are going in Chicago. New neighbors at the city's newly opened migrant shelter at 1308 North Elston, across from the salt shed. Arturo Moran, 39, is one of the Venezuelan transplants calling the shelter home, according to his recent Chicago police arrest report. Cops arrested him for misdemeanor battery after he allegedly threw a rock at a 61-year-old man Suburban, breaking the front windshield around 10:45 a.m. on December 8th in a 1000 block of West Division. Moran threw another rock that hit the victim in the forehead when he rolled down his window to yell about the shattered windshield. The report continued. It said Moran went on to strike the victim in the back of the head with a half-broken crutch. The victim got out of his SUV and pinned Moran until the police arrived. In another case, CPD officers arrested 30-year-old Carlos Mujica Garcia around 4 p.m. on December 14th. Two officers paying the Elston Avenue shelter a courtesy visit said they saw Garcia jumping on top of a vehicle and punching windows in traffic lanes of Elston Avenue. The cops said Garcia pushed one of them into the street and then fought with officers, both officers, who had to call for backup while telling one officer, "Te voy a matar," that means I'm going to kill you, according to the translation provided in Garcia's arrest report. One of the officers suffered a broken hand during the struggle with Garcia. He's charged with felony aggravated battery of a peace officer, reckless conduct, and wrestling police. Judge Mariam Ahmad released him from custody the next day, according to court records. A warrant is now out for his arrest because he failed to show up for his first court date on December 21st. Go figure. We know they're not going to show up for their court dates. There's no documentation. We barely know who these people are. Angela Matrano, 21, was arrested at Macy's at 111th North State on December 16. The store security officers allegedly saw her take a bunch of clothing into a dressing room and then walk out of the store with the items concealed in a plastic bag. She was careful to wrap all of the shoplifting sensor tags with aluminum foil before she walked out the door with $712.50 worth of merchandise, according to her arrest report. Prosecutors charged her with felony retail theft. Like Garcia, she didn't attend her first date on December 22nd. The judge decided to notify her of her oversight by sending a postcard rather than issuing an arrest warrant, according to the court records. So they get special treatment. The women get special treatment. The men, they want to try to hem them up, but they just let them go. They don't know what's going on. They have no clue what's going on. And this is the type of stuff that's happening here in the city. And a lot of it, the majority of it, we don't even get to see. We don't even know. Y'all be careful. Stay protected.